never to give up this life. I'll fly to unexpected heights once again.
You ready for this one? It's a good one. Here comes this ravaged, starving actor, dressed in some Elizabethan rig-out, you know, and he's reciting Hamlet's famous "to be or not to be" soliloquy. Better yet, Cologne, Cologne, my kingdom for Cologne. And then this voice from above shouts down, when I'm rich and famous, the Cologne for the young man on his way up. And as that voice is speaking, the actor is pulled invisibly upwards. Pulled upwards.
That's it.
That, sir, is your basic it.
Well,
Except for one minor alteration. I suggest we change the name from when I'm rich and famous to when I'm dead and buried. What thinkest thee, Maurice?
excellent idea for 4:55 in the afternoon.
Noxious idea. The two of you sound like a couple of 12-year-old amateurs.
Pardon me. Rama, my love. Your grating voice is like a breath of fresh smog. It makes me weak in the knees and, oh, so weak in the stomach. Which is why I must now say, excuse me, Cologne, Cologne, my kingdom for Cologne.
Oh, Jonathan. I've been making very good progress on the Irving account. Would you like to see the copy now?
Look, I tell you, Rhonda, it's pretty late and we're all tired. I'll have a look at it Monday, okay?
Jonathan, I've been working all day on this.
No, really, Rhonda, I'm too wrapped up in this presentation I have to make on Monday. Besides, just look at your eyes. Your left eyelid is drooping again. You look like you haven't slept in days.
I do?
Hey, Sam, how goes the cologne smelling?
I swear you just wanted that account so you could have a year's free supply of the stuff to keep up your image.
Yeah, well, the way business is going, I'll probably need it. I had no idea Bell Canada was on the bestseller list.
Actually, it's rather intriguing. Would you like to know the ratio of Smith to Jones?
No, really, what are you searching for?
Nothing. My destiny.
Oh, that's nothing?
That, sir, will remain to be seen.
Yeah, but what's in the phone book?
Actually, there are a lot of names in the phone book.
Look, Miss Katie, do I have to use my power as president of this advertising agency to drag a serious answer out of you?
Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think I'm... Well, do you think I'm funny?
Not to look at.
No.
What, do you mean, do I think you have a good sense of humor?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me put it to you this way. You wouldn't be able to work here if you didn't. Or haven't you noticed?
I noticed.
Well?
I don't know exactly how to say this.
Use simple English.
Well, for years, I mean, ever since I can remember, I, Samantha Katie, have wanted to try my hand, well, my mouth, actually, at, stand-up comedy.
You mean you want to be Joan Rivers?
Yeah, that's it, basically.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm sure you'd be a riot. Oh, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand what all this has to do with the phone book.
Sorry. Well, you see, there's this comedy house downtown. It's called Slapsticks, and every Monday night is amateur night, and they get amateurs up on stage to perform. Well, if you have to audition, but if you get on the amateur night and they like you, then you've got a shot at a regular spot there.
So you're gonna be on this amateur night, eh?
Well, no, not yet. I haven't auditioned yet. That's what I was doing in the phone book. I was phoning to get a number for an audition.
Well, I think that's terrific.
You do?
Sure I do. Don't you?
Yeah, I guess so.
You guess so. You ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, then come on, I'll walk down with you. Bye, Rhonda.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Do you know I had to walk up 3 floors to find a dispenser with soap in it? Green yet.
Guess what I just heard?
I don't have any idea. But knowing you, I'm sure it's scandalous.
Sam told John that she wants to become a comedian.
What do you mean?
I mean, she wants to be a stand-up comedian, and she's calling slapsticks for an audition.
I think that's wonderful.
I think it stinks, but then that's just my opinion.
That's right, that's all it is.
Oh, Maurice, be reasonable. Just because Sam makes the odd, and I do mean odd, cute comment around the office, that does not give her the license to perform as a comedian.
Rhonda, jealousy doesn't become you.
Besides, what public place of entertainment is going to want to hire a person with her problem? Isn't that slightly risky, not to mention risque?
The problem you're referring to hasn't shown itself in over 2 years. And like I said, Rhonda, jealousy doesn't become you.
You don't know what you're talking about. I have no desire to become a comedian.
Thank the Lord for small favors. But you do have a desire for a certain young president of an advertising agency. That's what I was talking about.
You're crazy.
But in any case, you just better keep your bad feelings about Sam to yourself. Now let's lock up. I want to get out of here.
Hi, Mom.
I have a message for you from the driving bureau. They called to say they decided to cancel your application.
What? Well, I don't understand this. I just spoke to them a couple of days ago. Everything was fine.
Why didn't you tell me about these plans of yours?
They must have gotten something mixed up at the bureau. Well, it's still early. I think I'm just going to run down there and find out what the problem is.
Sam?
Mom, I'll see you later. I won't be long.
Samantha!
Bye-bye.
I'm very sorry, miss, but there's really nothing that I can do about
Well,
it.
who can?
I told you, nobody.
I was told that an epileptic is allowed to drive if there hasn't been evidence of a seizure in 2 years. And I haven't had one in over 2 years. Second of all, about having to get personal approval, I filled out the forms, I got the approval, and so I went ahead with arrangements for lessons. You can't turn around now and tell me I'm ineligible.
Miss Katie, due to recent information regarding your condition, your health is very precarious. If you want to drive, you are going to have to go through the approval procedures another time.
It's just that approval procedure takes such a long time.
Well, maybe you should have told us the truth about your condition from the beginning.
I told you everything.
It says here that you are an emotionally unstable individual. Our medical advisors tell us that emotional instability promotes seizures. So by definition, unless otherwise proven, we can't let you drive an automobile.
Drive a moped, lady. Let's just move it.
Can I just ask you something? I mean, where did you get your information? Was it from a medical doctor?
Look, all I can tell you is that it came from a concerned relative. Next. Mother?
Why didn't you tell me you want to take driving lessons?
I wasn't aware it was any concern of yours.
You would have asked me, I would have told you for the umpteenth time, I don't want you to drive.
And what about what I want?
Oh, for God's sake, Samantha, don't make me tell you again that it's for your own safety.
Mother, I feel fine. I don't need anybody looking out for my safety. I haven't had a seizure in over 2 years.
And what if you were to have a seizure while you were behind the wheel?
You know how improbable it is that that's going to happen.
What if there were children playing on the street when it happened?
When what happens? Nothing is going to happen.
And I've heard that before, too, Sam.
Ma, you're stifling me. Now stop it. It's not going to work.
I'm not stifling you. I'm merely looking out for my daughter, who obviously doesn't know how to do it for
Well,
herself.
then what was that business with the driving bureau? Telling them I'm emotionally unstable. I mean, that was an out-and-out lie. And what for?
For you, and I most certainly did not lie. Just look at you. Look how worked up you are.
Being worked up, or what I might call being angry, hardly makes one emotionally unstable.
I don't care. I don't want you driving. And that, Samantha, is my final word.
Okay. It's really bad, okay? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ayatollah.
Ayatollah who?
I told you not to listen to my lousy joke.
You're right, it was bad, but it was brave.
I think it was cute. Do you have any more, Sam?
I have one.
Anything to postpone working.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Madame?
Madame who?
Madame Foot's caught in the door.
I do believe you have a captive audience.
Unfortunately.
Rhonda, spare us the torture. Go ahead, Sam.
Okay, I have one. This is really cute. There's 3 little boys, okay, and they find $10. That's a lot of money. So they're trying to decide what they want to do with the $10, right? So the first little boy says, I know what we should do. We should go to the toy store. You know what kind of toy we could get for $10, right? So the second little boy says, I think we should go to the candy store. Do you know how much candy we can get for $10? Third kid says, forget it. We're gonna buy tampons. So the other 2 kids go, tampons? What are tampons? So the kid says, I don't know, but you can go horseback riding and swimming and skiing.
That was tacky.
Rhonda, poor kid.
I'm terribly sorry to put a dampener on all your fun, but we're here to do a job. And I personally don't want to stay any later than necessary. Saturday.
She noticed.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late, but you know how that Saturday morning traffic is.
Yeah, there isn't any.
Respect, my dear. Where is your respect?
You know you got it.
So did you call for your audition last night?
Yeah, I did. I think I'm gonna hear about it today.
Oh, that's great. Look, Sam, if you have to take an afternoon off work or something, don't worry about it, okay?
Thanks, John.
Well, I guess I'll just head into that there office and start learning my presentation. Mo, just bring in the rest of the material if it's ready.
Sure, John.
Jonathan, do you want to see the copy for the Irving account before you start?
I told you I'd see it on Monday, Ron, okay?
All right, I was only asking.
Okay.
Maurice,
What's wrong?
those flyers for the boat show, they were supposed to go out this morning.
Where are they?
I think they're up in the storage room.
Also, don't worry about it. Just go get them now, bring them over to the guy and tell him you were very sorry, but there was a delay in printing. The guy doesn't need them till tomorrow anyway.
Well, it's just that it looks really bad for the company.
For Jonathan, you mean?
She means for all of us. Look, don't worry about it, Sam. Just go do it now.
Okay.
I'll go with you,
And
Sam.
don't hurry. You're gonna kill yourself.
Okay.
Dizzy Miss Lizzie seems to lose her sense of humor when in a tizzy. Not that there's much to lose.
Rhonda, my love, I know what you're going through and I sympathize.
What am I going through?
To put it bluntly, you're jealous of Sam because Jonathan has been paying more attention to her lately than he's ever paid to you.
That's nonsense.
Maybe, but it also happens to be the truth. Rhonda, my love, I've got your number. So why don't you just leave Samantha alone?
Mo, can you step into my office and explain something I don't quite understand?
What is it about
John, no, it's Sam. She's fallen down the steps from the storage room.
Is she bad?
I don't know. She's still conscious.
Rhonda, you get on the phone and get a doctor down here. Let's go.
Jonathan,
How is she now?
Samantha will be just fine, and thank you for bringing her home.
Oh, thanks aren't necessary. Who's with her now?
My brother, Jack Turner.
Oh, I've heard Sam mention that name before, so she'll be okay then.
Well, perhaps for now. It's a pity the seizures had to return, but understandable. She has been under a great deal of stress lately.
Maybe, but Mrs. Katie, I'm sure the fall wasn't caused by any seizure. Sam was in a hurry. She was carrying this 3-foot-high stack of flyers. She just couldn't see where she was going, so she tripped and fell down the stairs. That's what happened.
Certainly, Jonathan.
Well, I guess I'll be heading back to the office then if Sam's going to be okay. Could you just tell her that I hope she feels better and speak to her in the morning?
All right. I hope she didn't put you behind schedule. She does have a habit of doing that.
Well, my dear, I hate to break this to you, but you're going to be just fine.
You mean I didn't break any bones?
I'm afraid not. Oh, your back may be sore for a day or two, but apart from that, you could swim the Atlantic Ocean if you wanted to.
I'll keep that one in mind. Uncle Jack, is there any evidence?
Samantha, there is no evidence, absolutely none, that you've had an epileptic seizure. If it were otherwise, I would tell you. You know I would.
I know. I just wanted to hear you say that. We're going to have a hard time convincing Mother.
Why do you say that?
She's impossible. She refuses to believe that I'm well. I think she wants the seizures to return so she'll have an excuse to baby me.
Are you decent? I'm coming in.
So much for private discussions.
So, how are we doing?
Well, I don't know about we, but your daughter is going to be fine.
Thank God.
I was never very serious. All Sam needs is take it easy for a day or so. Other than that, she's in excellent shape.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Jack.
Oh, and I'm very late, Susan. I'd love to stay and jabber with you two, but I must get back to my practice. If there's one thing my patients don't have, it's patience.
Oh, did you get that line from Sam?
No, actually, I thought it up all by myself.
Really, all my lines are original.
Jack, you sure you won't stay and have coffee?
No, I can't, and you stay here with Sam, Susan. Oh, and here's a prescription for
Oh,
painkiller.
good.
I'll call on you two and check on you later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Jack.
Bye, Uncle Jack.
Well, that was very considerate of Uncle Jack to come running over here to examine you.
Yeah, it was.
It was very nice of Jonathan Green to take time off from the office to bring you home.
Mm-hmm.
You're a regular little handful, aren't you?
What's that supposed to mean?
Didn't I tell you something like this would happen?
Something like what?
And you wanted to take driving lessons.
Well, I still do.
Oh, for God's sake, Samantha, you're lucky you didn't lose your job because of this.
Because of what?
Well, we might as well call it what it is. A seizure.
I did not have a seizure.
Samantha, you had a seizure.
I did not. I was carrying a stack of papers this high. I couldn't see where I was going, and I lost my balance and fell.
That story may have worked on Jonathan, Sam, but it won't work on me.
It's the truth. Listen, you can ask Uncle Jack if you don't believe me. He'll tell you I didn't have a seizure.
He didn't want to worry you.
Why, did he tell you something different?
No, but I'm sure he wants to wait a few days until he has more time to explain things to me.
There's nothing to explain. You know, I think you're upset that I didn't have a seizure.
Samantha, there's nothing I want more in this world than your good health. But we do have to be realistic.
I'm being realistic. You just refuse to accept the truth even when it's good.
You're getting yourself all worked up for nothing, and I don't want to discuss it anymore.
Fine. Mother, I've got some news for you.
Oh, what is it?
Well, you know how I've always been interested in comedy.
Yes.
I've decided to do something about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've requested an audition at Slapstick's Comedy House as a stand-up comic.
Samantha, that's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. Didn't you hear what I just said? I said I already requested the audition. I'm just waiting to find out when it's going to be. Look, I'm really excited about it.
Sam, I don't know if I have to remind you, but, well, since your father died, there's really only been the two of us. And I don't think I could bear to see you hurt.
You've used that line before. I suspected that you're not really meaning it. What are you so afraid of, anyway?
I'm not afraid of anything. I have no fears about myself. I think I did a very good job taking care of the two of us. Now you get on that phone and you cancel your audition. I'm going to the drugstore.